I've had this guitar amp for several years, bought it off a guy, it has a problem, he couldn't fix it, he had it for years trying to fix it, he sent it away to some people, they couldn't fix it, I think I may have fixed it. I'm holding this hippie stick holder, is that what they're called, hippie sticks? I don't know, hippies eat them, or whatever, I don't know what they do with them, I'm not a hippie. So, I think I'm ready to turn it on, that's why I'm holding this, made of wood. Dun, dun, dun. I know I should be doing this outside the box so I can see if any smoke comes out and where it comes from and such, but this is for the video. It just looks better this way. Here we go. Before I open it up, let's just go over what the problem is and always has been. The amp works fine up to a certain volume level. Now it doesn't matter which channel you're on. And it doesn't matter if it's the gain you turn up, the sort of in the preamp, or if it's the master you turn up. It's kind of the same volume that this problem happens at, which kind of suggests it's something in the output section, I would have guessed. Which is kind of backed up, because the guy I bought it off says he sent it away to some people. They said they couldn't fix it, but they said the signal was clean at the, I can't remember if they said the effect send or the reverb loop, one or the other, but yeah, they're both about halfway there, same. What have I done? I've obviously tried it with new sets of tubes, preamp tubes in all kinds of combinations. I didn't try replacing all the filter caps. I tried swapping out the output transformer. This is the original one, but I did swap it out with the one from my Orange, and same problem. As I said, all the tubes been changed. What else have I done? I've tried a lot of different things. I'm suspecting it could be a dodgy cap somewhere, a coupling cap, or just lead dress. Somewhere there's one lead running next to another lead. Something in the early stages is picking up signal from, basically something from this side of the amp is too close to something that's going on over here. So noisy stuff here, not so noisy here, but the noisy gets from the noisy to the not so noisy, and then it keeps going back around and runs away, because it only happens at a certain volume, so yeah. If this doesn't get fixed in this video, we're doing it together. It's going to be a series and you're all going to help me. How are those noodles, Michael? This is a guitar amp I'm trying to fix. What we got here? Plate voltages 0, 0, cathode and grid. Don't know why. Now it's been suggested that may be a problem with the filaments, so I'm going to pull out the filament wiring and redo it, mostly just because it's a mess in here. I need room to work anyway. I'm going to pull off, I think I'm going to rewire the tube sockets entirely. I'm going to make some space for myself to work in here. Look, we got a selector, impedance selector for the output jacks. I'm only using 16 ohms because so we can get 3 of those out of there, whichever, I'll find out which. Here's where we've got an auxiliary transformer for the filament windings on the preamp tubes, which is under the amp. The wires come out of a hole over here, look, somewhere. Come over here to our, our faux center tap, and then go back. I don't understand. We can move this over here. What else can we clean up? We've got some wires to the bias pots that are a bit long and kind of just floating around. We've got these wires off to these Mickey Mouse switches over here. Push-pull switches, I can tuck them away. All the shielded wires, actually, these grey ones, I'm going to move them to the front here, undo all these zip ties. Anywhere they need to go off to the back of the amp, they can go at 90 degrees. I don't know why we're taking a big detour up here with so many wires. Look, they just go into the master volume and what does that say? Oh, the reverb. Alright, whatever. I think what I'm gonna do is first make a note on this circuit diagram. I'm not going to use the schematic, this thing's easier to read. Where all, which, you know, I mean, I know the color code here. We've got, what do we got? White going to the plates, yellow to the cathodes, whatever, but I'm going to label them anyway, just to be extra safe. Then I'm going to pull every single wire off every single one of those preamp tubes, redo the heater wiring, because would you look at this, man, that's disgusting. That'll give me some room. Get everything out of the way that I can. Put some proper heat shrink maybe on here. I don't like that. Insulation tape. And yeah, once I've done that, back to trying to troubleshoot what the problem is. The actual problem. I'm going to replace the filter caps as well. Right, so I've moved the center tap, that's those two resistors there, on that little terminal strip from over there to down here. So now I don't have to go up and back on myself with the filament winding. Alright, here's the filament winding. I've started rewiring the filaments. It's Teflon wire and it's a pain in the ass. Actually, it's slippery. I'm twisting the wire by putting it in a drill, holding the other end with pliers, letting it rip for a little while. Let's see if I can show you how I'm stripping it. You're supposed to use heated strippers for Teflon coated wire, but I'm finding I'm having success just with these nail clippers. You can hear that? You can hear it go through the insulation, and you can feel it when you get just to the metal. I'm stopping just before that. I'm going around and then I'm twisting, and then I'm doing the rest of my fingers, just trying to open it up, grab it and pull. And usually I'm keeping the end so I can have a look inside there and make sure I haven't cut any of the strands, and I haven't. So that's how we do that. Another wee problem I'm having is that if I tin the ends of the wire, they're slightly too big to fit through the holes in the terminals. So, that was too much anyway. I can't see what I'm doing because I have to get out of the way of the light for the camera. So what I'm doing is just squishing it gently with pliers. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Hey, we're in. Feed it in from this side. That should probably be enough. That's fine. Alright, on to the next socket. Alright, pins 4 and 5 need to be connected together. I'm making a little jumper out of a tin piece of wire. I'm making it way longer than I need so I can get it through and bend it round, so I've got a bit of a mechanical connection so they don't keep slipping out as soon as I apply a bit of heat. And this is awkward. Needle nose pliers, man, for the win. Get some. I've got some. Where are they? Fuck. They're not in my hand. They must be somewhere else. Now this is the guessworky bit. Let's get that down where it's going to be, up against the chassis, and bend this there. So our first one is going to be the... Oh my god, I've made so much more of this than I need to. What a waste. Oh, there we go, we're in. Yeah, get in that hole. Red and deep. Alright, that's another finished socket. I can't solder that yet because there's another one going in there. And in here over there. In here over there. Oh, what am I saying? Filaments have been rewired. I removed the gimmicky little impedance selector switch, so I've yanked out the other 3 wires and we've just got the 16 ohm one and the common, which has just fallen off. Next thing, I think I'm gonna take these wires to these switches over here, push pull switches, tuck them right down underneath the control pots, cut them a bit shorter if needs be, and then I'm gonna undo all these little cable ties and route all of these shielded wires in a straight line along the front, just behind the pots. I think I'll start over here at the master volume where it goes into the driver, and I'm gonna make sure they're the right length, and these are a little bit too long. I'm gonna cut them down so I can run them straight across and then straight that way. I'll do that with all of them. Run them along here. I've tidied up all these shielded wires, just stuck them with sticky tape for now. I will change that. Now I'm gonna connect up all the pins on the preamp sockets, and I think I'll start with the cathodes, which are the yellow ones, except this one is blue. The blue wire was actually a plate wire, which still doesn't fit the color code of the rest of the amp. I can't see what I'm doing. So I finished rewiring all the preamp tubes, neatened that up nicely, and what I've done now, I've taken all the wires off the output tubes, and I'm going to do the same with them. I'm going to take them off, going to retin all the terminals, going to give them a good scrub with a tough brush and some alcohol or something to make sure there is no residue on there that can cause arcing. Okay, we're drinking homemade wine. We're splicing a wire from the output transformer, because if you remember, look, that splice there, woo, focus, was inside the amp, and I don't like it being inside the amp. I don't want to see it. So splice, splice, hide them there inside the end bell. I shit you not, that's called an end bell. This is the bell end of the transformer. I'm replacing the filter caps anyway, and I'm rewiring all of the power section, but I'm going to take it out, do it that way. Okay, new filter caps. Pop that back in, yep, like that, that's good. Let's plug it in and see if it works. That's not. Right, now I've got to do the mains wiring. Much neater job than this. Tuck it in there. You'll see, it'll look nice. The mains transformer appears to have fallen out. Oh, I took it out actually. The primary windings that go to the power jack, power socket and fuse aren't really going to be long enough. I want to twist them and tuck them in neatly to the corners, so I'm going to take off the end bell and I'm just going to yank it off. I'm going to do it with one hand. Let's get all these windings out of here. And wait, we're still, nope, we're good. Once I get one through the rest, there we go. Right, now I want to connect a new piece of wire onto the end of two of these two. Let's do that. Since I have the end bells off, I've decided I'm going to go spraying. I'll use an etching primer because it's what I happen to have handy. Oh, I'm going to do it upside down. Just a light coat. I'm in my, it's a, what do you call it, like a grow tent. One more coat. You don't really need primer with hammerite. I'm going to do the hammerite thing. Meanwhile, I'm going to get in here, take the sticky tape off, cable ties. Keep them spaced quite close, because I've got plenty of them. Let's make it really annoying for the next person who opens his amp and has to move one of these wires. Right now we're basically trolling like 1.5 inches or something. Could be really, really anal and actually measure. It would look much nicer, wouldn't it? Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to use that now, all the way along. I sprayed the bell ends black. So now I'm going to pop back in the rubber grommets. Come on. Probably should do the other one off camera. So we got our primary windings. These fellas go off to the mains. We got our earth. And that's it for that side. These fellas don't really need to ever see the light of day again, so I'm gonna put a bit more heat shrink on them and tidy them away, I think. Let's do that first. All these wires gotta go through the hole. I'll start with the longest. That one's for the bias. And we've got our center tap and our secondary. And then there. Go in. I can't get it in the hole. There, I got it in the hole. Right, is the hole going to be big enough? God, it's so big. I don't think the hole is big enough. Yeah, there we go. Get in there. Good and deep. Alright. We smash it down. Joining the two halves. Hang on, was this what also attached it to the chassis? It was, wasn't it? No. Yeah? I don't remember.
Oh, here comes the rain. She won't let us buy this summertime again. There are no rules when she's dancing on the sound. Once she knows that she'll be dancing as much as she can. As she goes la da 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 la da 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 la da da la da da la da da. It goes in one ear, out of the other. I don't care and I won't bother to put my coat on when the rain comes in.
Alright, no bang. It's humming. I think one of the transformers isn't bolted to the chassis quite tightly enough. Let's see. Oh, actually, the fuse would have blown now if it was. Speakers are. Alright. Let's have a look at what the tubes are doing. Alright. Yeah, tubes are starting to glow, and I can hear that buzzing is coming from this side of the amp, so it's either the mains transformer, which is the big one behind there, or I don't know if you can see it, there's another one, you'll see it between those two tubes, which is the auxiliary transformer for the heater filaments of the preamp tubes, which are over here. I took the covers off so I can see how the filaments are doing inside. Alright, looking good. Unfortunately, I don't have a guitar, well I do, here's my guitar. So yeah, I can't really test it. I'm gonna have to plug a pickup in, just a pickup, and wire it to a cable. Alright, pickup's plugged in. I'm gonna test it with battery powered food blender. It should pick up the sound of that. And I've also plugged in, I'm on a tripod, production values, the channel switching foot switch, which I filled with lead because it kept sliding around. Alright, so let's just turn it on. Meanwhile, we'll pan you down back at the pickup. No real reason. Let's compose the shot nicely. Look, I want to get the extension lead in there. Oh, very nice. Alright. Okay, that's definitely a working pickup. Now, I need to know which channel I'm on. Okay, that was the... this should be the clean channel. Hang on. No, it must be the lead channel. I guess I haven't turned it on. Lead master. Oh yeah, that was all the way down. There we go. Right, now I need to see if we can turn it up to any kind of decent volume without it making this crazy sound effects it used to make. I don't want to do this, my ears are gonna hurt. Let's see, what channel are we on again? I can't tell. I'm assuming this is the clean channel. Let's get some volume going on. No, we're not on the clean channel. Yeah. Alright. Seems to be working. Switch channels. Oof! Yeah, that's the noise. So it's not fixed. That scared the crap out of me. It was just so loud. So there's going to be a part 2 to this video.